Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Comparing the first Type R and the FK8, which do you prefer in what situation?
Big doors, big family.
Magka-presyo na yata to, tsaka yan eh.
I'm just talking, and if you're still watching, what the frick are you doing with your life? Okay guys, we're in the secret Honda shop and we're gonna do a Civic update. So ayan na siya. Ayan na siya. Look. Fresh paint. Ito. Ayan, bagong pentura si Blue. It's super shiny. One color na lang yung blue, not like before. So I think they're doing the brake lights na and the wiring stuff. So yeah, ayun pa lang ang update. Ayan na siya. So nakakabit na yung, this one is supposed to be the power windows. So ayun pa lang. That's the update on the car. So since wala tayong masyadong gagawin, why don't we do a Type R episode? Ulit, Type R episode. Wait, isa pa, ulit, Type R episode. So yeah, let's do a super Type R episode. FK8, DC2R, and EK9. Let's go! Ito, kung hindi pa obvious, ito ang ating old head. Pwede ko kunin yung... Okay, let's get her. Yung fake nails ko. Ayan, so we've had this since PH15 days. Okay, iwan muna natin ito sa EG. Dito ka muna. Ayan, dyan ka muna. Good boy. Okay, this is our B20. Ayan. And then, look at our transmission. Sobrang linis na. Ayan. Our Type R transmission. Excited na ako. Goodbye, sabit sa third. But parang ang sketchy ng lug nuts mo.
Yan mo. Nahirapan siya i-back out.
I did
So,
two. If there's one.
parang,
Oh.
I don't think these lug nuts are good.
Sir!
Yeah. So I think these are gone.
Those are gone.
Those are gone. I don't trust these to hold tire. Galing pa to sa, this is from the EK9.
Oh, well, now I'm doubting it even more. Okay, so here are the three Type Rs. The FK8, the DC2R, and the EK9. So, hindi naman change venue lang tayo. So, let's drive the cars there. Why do you have a cat in a box? Huwag mo lagay sa water, ah. Wait, paano ulit na turn left after this one?
I can go. Any left there. Any left.
Type R. Daming Type R. Okay, so we're just taking pics first kasi it's kind of noisy. So, yun muna, and then we'll go around the cars. Okay, so we're back in this place where we did the SIR EK9 video. But today, you brought the FK8, the EK9, and the DC2R. Hello, Al. Ayan, so since I don't know much about Type Rs here, I brought a newer-ish Type R to you.
I actually don't know so much about this newer Type R. I'm more well-versed with
The B series stuff.
B-series stuff.
Yeah.
Stuck in the 90s. I mean, those are the cars I grew up with, but not this one, definitely. The Instagram guy. So, those are the Friendster guys. We're here to show the differences, or at least how we feel about them. These two will probably feel similar, but to be honest, not exactly the same. And pretty sure this will be very, very different. As we all know, we have the B16B and that EK9. Then we have the B18C, which is the bigger brother to the B16B, and the DC2.
Yeah.
And for the new boy, well, 5-year-old boy, we have a K-Series Turbo, K20C1 to be exact. So it's an evolution of the K20 Type R, which came out way back, would you believe, 2001 or 2002 with the
Wow, the
DC5.
K20 has been around for so long na din.
21 years by now. And yeah, minus 4, it was 16 years old at the time that this thing was launched. Would you believe that? K-Series is 20 years old and the B-Series is... Can you not talk about
I don't wanna mention it.
Can you not mention age?
Pass.
I mean, all of you guys are denying the fact that the B-Series is old, right? Let's get to, the details, You can already see how tiny these two are and how big that thing in the middle is. So this thing really needs all that power. It's like 300 horsepower and this is 180.
180.
It's not 195. But that is 400 kilos more.
So it needs all the
Yeah,
power
but
to
it's
move
not
around.
its fault that it's
Yeah.
heavy, but it's rather
Regulations.
regulations sometimes, for the safety. It also needs a different powertrain. You can't have those high revving engines anymore because of
Regulations.
regulations, environmental regulations. So those things from the 90s were developed not really with emissions in mind, although they say that they were. But 20 years of difference in technology will push you to do different things. So unfortunately now very expensive.
How much is the B16B?
B16B, I don't even want to know, but the B18C Type R is already
That
more
one.
than $500,000.
What?
Yeah.
For a B series?
Yeah, for a B series, would you imagine? That's why,
Okay, the world.
yeah, could be. Okay, the world would be a
L is the world.
good idea. Maybe LS the world.
XR20. Joke lang.
It's the K series that will lead the charge because
What else for this,
sorry guys, I'm used to the older cars, so
Shannon. K20.
K20C.
It's a 222.
Yeah, it's got the turbo
It's a bit masikip.
right there.
Yeah.
Actually surprises me because I know that the K series usually has the intake manifold right up front,
Yeah.
but
Where is it?
this has the intake manifold right to the back. So it's quite a different K series now.
Can I bring this home? Not today.
By all means, bring me another Type R next time.
Oh, FL joke.
So this is slightly modified, although I am bringing it back gradually to stock.
Yeah.
And they're tuning it actually for longevity. Mahal na eh. Pinamahal din nyo eh. Hindi ko naman talaga actually gusto i-hype eh. Kaya lang i-hype din nyo eh. So screw you, Pepperheads. Yeah, let's say K's the way.
Okay, the world.
Yeah, it doesn't rev as high anymore, so the power delivery is very different. Albeit, there are still shades of the power delivery of the older Type Rs. There is actually some lag.
Yeah, sa lower end, no?
Yeah, you noticed, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like life begins at above 5.5. No, this one life begins at around above 3,000.
Yeah, 3-4, yeah.
And then ends at 7. Unfortunately. If you notice, the difference 20 years will make. The stock wheels back in 1997 until 2000.
Yeah.
Size 15. And then they say that the stock brakes are supposedly from the NSX, but I doubt it. But probably the rotor diameter might be similar.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that prior before in the
Yeah.
video. And then 20 years after, 2017, you got these big ass 20-inch wheels with 14-inch diameter Brembos on them. How times have changed.
From this
Yeah.
to this. So from big boy.
Like the regulations have had to force the manufacturers to put on weight, put
Braking
more
power.
powerful engine and more powerful brakes and bigger wheels, big ass wheels. I mean, you only usually find 20s on top of the line SUVs, right?
Yeah.
But this got the slightly compact car by today's standards. You know what? Despite it having 20-inch wheels,
Uh-huh.
that doesn't
Doesn't
reflect
feel-
on the ride. Doesn't reflect on the ride at all. They say that there is a purpose to these 20-inch wheels, and if you downsize it, allegedly the performance might go lower, be worse. But I think Honda just really engineered the car to have 20-inch wheels
Uh-huh.
so that it's a little over the top, just like the rest of the car is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you notice, the stock Type R before has very few improvements in terms of aesthetics.
From a regular EK hatch.
Hatch. So in fact, you know, some people who might not be into cars might just look at this as
It's an EK hatch.
an old Econobox.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no mistaking this car for an Econobox. Although you could mistake it for a Civic RS with body kits on.
There are more Type RS. Type RS
Fortunately, you know,
than Type Rs.
the Type Rs, there are more Type RSs and EK9s than there are genuine Type Rs. But such is life, right? I mean, art imitates life, or normal Civics imitate real Civic Type Rs, I guess.
Ano sabi ni Sabine?
My daughter only knows these cars as those white cars with red seats.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong, you know. So,
White car,
white
red
car,
seats.
red seats,
white car,
red seats.
red seats.
And this Type R takes it a step further.
Yeah.
Red seats,
Red
seat
seat
belts.
belt.
What I miss about the old cars is that they have very special gauge clusters, specific for their
The yellow needles.
yellow needles. You know, it's like having an analog watch. But if you look with the newer cars, you know,
Yeah.
any guy who's good with software can easily program your own design of gauge cluster with that, right? The old ones have red carpet. This one does not.
Yeah.
Although I saw that
The Type R.
the FL5 Type Rs already have the.
Red carpets
carpet.
again. Wow.
And then, you know, we've already told you about the Ferrari steering wheel.
Yeah, Ferrari
Sadly,
steering wheel.
The newer gens do not have anymore. They just have regular ass SRS airbag
Yes.
steering wheels which is probably just the same with others, except that this one has a red emblem on it and red accents and red stitching. It's quite easy to copy, unlike that one which has I think now a 30,000 peso steering wheel.
Oh my god, no.
Oh, discussing those prices is disgusting, isn't it? Integra Type R, we can't really give it a, you know, we cannot really,
Compared to the two, it's not a Civic.
just it's not a Civic, and
But since it's a Type R episode, might as well.
since it's a Type R episode, and this was my first Type R.
Oh!
Wait, this is not my Type R.
Thank you, Honda, for lending us this
So
Type
thank you,
R.
Honda. Thank you, Honda, for lending us a Type R, the current generation, which is outgoing. So we're not really here to review it. We're just here to show you the difference between the old one and the new one. And since it's the first time for us to drive something this quick, actually, Type R outside the generation of the 90s, it's, you know, it's a great experience.
The Type R DNA is really there.
Is it?
Huh? For me, I think it's fun to
You
drive.
drove
Yeah,
It's fun to drive.
it's fun to drive. The chassis step, you feel it eh.
Yeah, and then it also has this
Yeah.
lag, right?
It does! The first time I drove it, I called them. Sabi ko, it feels the same as this, but new with extra steps.
Yeah, with bigger brakes, you know.
Yeah.
It's bigger, but it's faster. It's you know, it's actually nicer to daily. It's something that you would probably still want to drive every day. It's daily drivable, really.
It's not tiring.
It's not tiring. my wife, my daughter, they don't mind sitting in it whole day
Yeah.
and me gunning it once in a while. Whereas, you know, these old ladies over here just go past 3,000. Slow as these things are compared to the new Type R, you gotta say, slow
Yeah.
down, Dad. Slow down. Okay, here, my daughter. I've taken her to school in this since it's my first Type R, since she was about 2-3
Yeah.
years old. And then I've taken her in the EK9 as well.
Yeah.
And then each time, I try to overtake or do a little bit of acceleration, a little bit of spirited driving. She says, "Stop it, Dad, stop it." With this one, all she said was, "We." And then my wife, you know what she said? Nothing. She was just playing ML the whole time.
So, pasado na yung FL. Getting an FL na.
I just smile at that. Parang ito, episu.
Ebisu. Itong gitna, Nürburgring. Grabe, it's so big. Look at that trunk aperture. Well, pwede ka naman mag-kidnap ng tao kahit sa aling Civic dito eh. I also like that. Very, not weight adding. Look, almost full flat.
Yeah, you could camp in here, you know?
Ay, pang overlanding. Pag wala kang hotel pang track day sa Type R ka na lang matulog.
You know what they said about
What?
you not being able to raise a house,
Oh,
but you can live in a car?
yeah. Ito yun.
Yeah.
Ito yun. Yeah, I can sleep there comfortably.
You think that this is glass?
Is that glass?
It's not.
It's not? Oh, weird.
It's an entire panel.
Oh my
itself.
god. I thought that was glass. Ayan, rear seat comfort. So, this is my seating position and maluwag pa si Al. Talagang family car ng Type R. Family car! Can't spell family car without that.
Yeah, this is the Shinzo Abe. God rest his soul. The Shinzo Abe era Type R. This one is for weebs who don't want to produce their own children.
We could first make a family.
So, shall we see how it drives or?
Yeah. Yung sa clip. Or you got it? Ayan.
Oh, there you go!
Oh.
Finally!
Alrighty.
Damn, these newfangled things! Like this newfangled Type R. It's 5 years
Fancy
old.
mic, fancy car.
So fancy.
Okay, just for your information, we're driving the FK8 and then yung EK9 and yung DC2.
Yeah.
Ayan.
And we are in a private compound, controlled environment.
Okay, I have a few questions.
Yes,
Ganun.
please.
Okay, comparing the first Type R and the FK8, which do you prefer in what situation?
This works as a daily, you know, this FK8 works as a daily. It's very comfortable, it's quiet. Actually, it's a little too quiet. Even if you go fast, it's still quiet.
So nobody knows if you're street terrorizing.
Yeah.
Nag-radio ko din. Is Al demonstrating suspension?
Probably. I think he is.
Look at this. It's handling all the potholes and road imperfections with
Grace.
grace.
Well, this is the viewpoint of Editor San and Engineer San. We're in the EK9 following the FK. I don't know why. Follow lang namin.
Dito. You can justify everything by saying B-roll.
It's B-roll.
We can see here how what car appeals to which gen.
Yeah.
And all the kids have been looking at the FK8 and not so much the EK9.
The EK9's an EK.
Yeah, it's just an old Econobox to them.
Yeah, when I was driving it, it's if you know, you know eh. This one, Type R.
Yeah, this screams like,
It's blatantly a Type R.
yeah, blatantly.
So, would you consider this still a Type R?
You know what? Yeah, I would. Why? Because the gist of a Type R is that it's an ordinary car that can go fast. I remember, you know, that mantra of Honda where they say that
Yeah.
his mantra is to build a car that anybody can enjoy. And this is quite easy to drive. So much so, you cannot actually stall it unless you do it very, very consciously.
This is what it looks like from the third person. Just in case they're discussing turning rate.
Turning rad. Not bad. Power steering to eh. My car is not power steering.
This one. Your EG.
I'm understanding why it is suffering.
Yes. That's why si Bluetooth nilagyan namin ng power steering.
It's impossible to stall. It's gonna do all the work for you. You don't know how to do manual. You don't know how to drive manual.
Now you do.
Put it first gear, tap the clutch. Now you do. I wasn't stepping on the accelerator. I wasn't doing timpla. So
Yeah.
let's do a second gear pull. So at around 3,000 RPM, yes, it's going to give you that kick. Whereas in the old cars, it's around much higher RPM at around 5,500, 6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it handle? Let's throw it to the corner.
Easy too.
My God, this just took it like a champ. Took it like a champ.
It's so grippy. You feel the front.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
super nice. Things you like about it and things you don't.
6 speeds. The quick rack, I like it.
Yeah.
The fact that it's so civilized, I love it. It's got lots of power.
300.
300-ish
Ish.
horsepower. And, you know, the fact that you can't stall it. You want to do some hanging? Let's do some hanging. The fear of most noobs driving manual.
Me still, lalo na when my handbrake cable is out. Oh my God.
Speaking of handbrake, Bummer.
Yeah, it's a button.
EPB. I don't like it. I don't like the over-the-top styling as well. It's so wild outside, but drive it and it's so docile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna try hanging.
Yeah,
and
so
this is a bit
that's an
hill.
incline
Yeah.
over here.
Okay.
Okay, put it in a complete stop.
Uh-huh.
You know, you could do it's backing up, right?
We're rolling back.
Because I'm not putting brake hold on.
Yeah.
But the brake hold. Okay, brake hold system standby. Put it to first. Put your leg up. Again, I got my knee up.
Okay, there's his knee. Ah! That's just a clutch?
This is just a clutch.
Why?
You can't. Even if you're a dumbass, you can drive this thing. I like the space, but I don't like the size.
Are you excited about the FL after driving this car? Or how are you feeling?
Me, not so much, but maybe my wife and child, maybe they are.
Wee!
Because you can still have my cake and eat it too, since I'd be able to have a fast car and still take my family along. But it doesn't have that roaring VTEC sound anymore.
Yeah.
It has 222 for you.
Tutu. I think what I like about it, it's parang it grew up with the people who grew up with the Civic.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're, those who were able to afford the first EK9s. How old do you think they are right now?
I don't know. How much were they?
Back then,
Yeah.
97, I think it was 1.5 million pesos in today's money, which is about double the price of the SIR back then. So in today's money, yeah, that's about right on the money at 3 million. So yeah, which is what this car more or less costs when brand new. And so yeah, 20 years thereafter, from 97 to 2017, those who could afford it, who were 35 to 40 perhaps,
Yeah.
they would have matured by then, and
This would be the right car.
yeah,
To, feel that Civic experience with the less hassle, less work.
Yeah,
Kasi
less
you work
work.
for it less eh.
yeah,
For me, I just want all the Type Rs at this point.
yeah. That's why I have a couple of Type Rs, old ones, first generation ones. When I rode this, yeah, I could still see.
What's
I could
Type
still
R
feel
about
it. Yeah, I could still feel the DNA in that it handles well. It's dailyable. It has enough power. Well, 300 is not a big figure by today's standards, so it's about what 200 used to be back in the 90s. But really, the one thing that I really do miss is that sound. But again, it's a necessity to change the way the power is delivered. I mean, that's why you probably still want an old Type R in your garage.
Yeah.
Because NA, high revving, right? Same principle, different execution. You know what? I see an old Type R pulling up at the back. Do you smell a drag race? I do.
Oh, tell him.
Guys, gumagana yung windows sa 90s car. Wow.
We're gonna go.
What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. B series.
Kano na ba?
Magkano nga ba?
Magka-presyo na yata to, tsaka yan eh.
Hindi naman lunch. Like roll and go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Ako, gagawin yung ginawa mo. Hindi namatay. Okay, roll. 2, 1, roll. Not a chance.
B-series pa more!
That was fun. And I was hitting the red line.
Yeah. Was flashing.
Because I was just watching him lose and I missed all my shifts.
Ba't ang tagal mo bumitik? Na-miss nga niya lahat ng shift niya kasi pinapanood niya lang kayo eh.
We were just watching you lose while I was missing all my shifts.
Okay, we're still rolling. We can keep it, yeah.
We're heading back to the main base now.
Secret VTech base.
Secret VTech base.
Bluetooth.
Blue 2.0 na siya ngayon.
Blue 2.0 right now.
Yeah.
It's not Bluetooth. It's just Bluetooth. It's not Bluetooth.
Kailangan may T for turbo.
T for turbo.
Yeah. It's 222.
First 222.
Okay, dagdag. So we're going home na. And yung daughter niya sa FK8 sumakay, hindi sa EK9. Hi. The convenience to bring it around is really addicting.
Yeah, but you know what?
What?
The philosophy of this car seems to be that it's closer to the SIR than it is to the Type R.
Actually, yeah, I get that vibe.
The engine is quiet.
Yeah.
Then there's store, but it's usable. Unlike the old ones where
You have to
ring
be
it out.
ringing it out talaga. Yeah. What would you like to tell the Chini gang?
We can't afford the B series. We can't.
K na lang! Or ganun din ba?
K-turbo
K-turbo, guys.
for the same price.
Actually.
Yeah.
Damn.
This specific K-turbo.
Yeah. So guys, buy all these stuffs. We have brakes, you have Ricardo's over here, and more stuff over
We
there.
have the B series you can't afford.
Yeah, so if you need...
We're just challenging you.
Ayan. So for Honda parts, come visit Secret VTech base or message Franklin Lou first on Facebook. Yeah.
Thank you.
Or Syra.
Yeah.
Ayun, ando si Syra. Link na lang natin yung number para... So yeah, ayun, dito ang Budol Nation. So yeah, that's it for our Type R episode dito sa Honda Secret Base. It was super fun. We got to compare the Type R sa DC2-ish. Mostly the EK9 and the FK8. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, leave a comment maybe. Ayan. Anyways, yun lang. Civic Type R, Civic Type R. I like the Civic Type R. Okay.
I don't know how to turn this off, so
It's okay.